What's good with y'all? Welcome back to my channel. My name is Jordani and I help you become your greatest version. Listen, most men are never going to get what they want out of life. Not because they can't, but because they're not willing to work for it. And this is the truth, bro. You want more success. I want more success. I always want to be a better version of myself. I want more success in my life. I want more things to attain. I want greater, fuller expressions of this life that I have. And I know you feel the same way. I know you feel the same way. But this is majority of men. Every single man wants more out of life. Every single man wants to be successful, wants to succeed. We all want to succeed. But the real question is, are you willing to do what it takes? Because if you're not willing to do what it takes, you're just talking. A lot of young men, a lot of men talk. And I was like this as well. I used to just talk. I'm going to do this. I'm going to do that. I'm going to achieve this. I'm going to get this. But it was all talk. Talking is for show. This is what people see. But action is what actually gets the results that you want in your life. You have to focus on the action. Leave talking to the people that want to feel good. Leave talking to the men that are never gonna achieve anything in their lives. I know you want to achieve the life that you want, but it's only gonna happen by taking action. Action is the key to your success. You're only going to be successful when you take action. When you stop talking and you stop making excuses for why you're not where you want to be, and you actually start taking action, this is when you're actually gonna get what you want. A lot of men talk about grinding, talk about putting in the work, but majority of the time they're distracted. Majority of the time you can't get work done because you're distracted. Your distractions are holding you back from the life that you actually want. Think about that, bro. This distraction is holding me back from the life that I actually want to achieve. Remove your distraction. Once you remove your distraction and you have focus and you could tune in to your craft, tune in to your work, because the focus is what leads to the results. A lot of the times, what we see online, what we see on social media is the best of the best. We see the best of the best. We see the craziest, coolest shit about success. But behind that, there's boredom. Behind that, there's repetition. Behind that, there's consistency. Behind that, there's doing work whether you feel like it or not. Most men want the good part about success. They see the cars, they see the women, they see the travels, they see the flights, they see the money, they see all the good shit about success, but they don't see what goes behind the success. And this is the trap most men fall into. This is the trap most men stay in their whole lives, because they want, but they never do. You have to do more than you speak. You have to be taking more action than you actually speak, because the speaking doesn't do shit. You want to speak affirmations. You want to speak like you got it already, like you're already successful, but none of that shit matters. Your dream life has two sides to it. The first side to your dream life is the grand vision. It's the dream life that you want. The vision that you have, you being in those cars, you having the money, you being financially free, you being able to do whatever it is that you want to do. That's one side to your dream. The other side to your dream is work ethic. The other side to your dream is having faith. The other side to your dream is leveling up, being uncomfortable, doing things when you don't feel like it. Getting setbacks and getting the fuck back up because you don't care. You're so focused and you have so much desire to achieve your dream life that nothing can hold you back. This is the other side of your dream life, the other side of success. Success got two sides, and majority of men focus on one side, the good shit, the thing that looks good. A lot of men just look at the attainment that you get from success. You look at the end goal. You know, you're focused on the end goal, but you gotta be focused on the now. Because what we do on a day-to-day basis is what is actually going to get us the results we want. You have to focus on the daily work you get in life, what you pour into it. If you're pouring half-ass results, if you're pouring half-ass effort, if you're being sloppy, if you're not taking shit serious, if you're not doing the work that's required to your 100% ability, these are the results that you're gonna get. These are the results that life is gonna give to you, because you're not dedicating yourself. You're not focused. You're constantly distracted. You're not locking in. But if you're pouring great work ethic, if you're pouring consistency, if you're pouring discipline, if you're pouring desire, if you're pouring focus, if you're pouring greatness, life is gonna give you greatness in return. But you gotta make sure that both sides to success are in alignment. You know, a lot of people have that big grand vision, that golden dream, but they got shit work ethic. Their golden dream doesn't match their work ethic, and vice versa. There's people with great work ethic, that golden work ethic, but their dreams are shit. They don't think outside of the box. They think too small. They don't have big dreams. You have to be in alignment. You have to have a grand vision, a grand dream, and golden work ethic. You have to have relentless work ethic. They have to match in order for your dreams and your goals to become a reality. In life, everything we want is a seed that we plant in our mind. Your dream is a seed. But the thing is, a lot of people plant their seed, their dream, themselves into the dirt and wait 30 seconds later and try to pull that seed out. Does that make sense? When you plant a seed, you water it, you nurture it, you give it sunlight, you wait for it to grow, to blossom, right? It's the same thing with our dreams, with our goals, with ourselves. We have to plant ourselves in the dirt, and we gotta give ourselves time. We gotta give our dreams time to develop. We're not gonna get everything we want right away. You have to do the work. You gotta put in the work. You gotta elevate yourself. You gotta self-improve. You gotta get better. You gotta elevate. If you're not willing to plant yourself in the dirt and wait your time, you're never gonna be successful. You know, you're never gonna be successful. A lot of men want things quick, and that's why a lot of men aren't going to succeed. If you want to succeed, bro, you have to plant yourself. You gotta get in the dirt, darkness, tune out everything, tune out distractions, tune out the parties, tune out relationships that aren't adding value to your life. Tune everything out and get in the dirt and grow. Allow God to nurture you, allow God to water you, allow God to give you sunlight, and you're gonna sprout up. This is what you have to do. You gotta give yourself time to mature, allow your dreams to mature, allow your goals to mature, but always stay focused on the goal, stay focused on the grind, stay focused on what you have to do on a day-to-day basis, because this is what is going to generate the results that we actually want in our lives. Only a few are willing to do the work. Be part of that few. Be part of that 1% that is willing to do the work, because 5 years from now, you're going to be somebody. You want to be the person you always wanted to be. You want to be the man you always wanted to be. I know I'm going to be the man that I always wanted to be because I'm putting in the work. And the only thing getting in my way is myself. Nothing else is going to get in your way, bro. But true, sometimes we are our biggest enemy. Sometimes we don't do the work. Sometimes we listen too much to our feelings, and listening to our feelings lead us to fail. And failure is part of success. You can't take failure as literal failure. When you fail and fail and fail, you grow and you learn and you get better. And this is what leads to success. Don't be afraid of failing. Keep moving forward when you fail, because it is when you move forward that you are going to acquire success. But if you fail and fail and fail and you stop, you guarantee that you never become successful. You guarantee that your dream stays a dream forever. You get in life what you pour into it. Remember, the only thing we chase is greatness. When you chase greatness, everything else will be added onto your life. With that being said, click below, hit that like button, and I'll see you in my next video.